not just solely about aesthetics. It's all about optimizing well-being. With this thought, I welcome all the ladies and gentlemen here today. We are delighted to have this engaging session with our doctor, Dr. Ranjit Rai, who's going to shed light on the aspects and he's going to guide us through the evidence-based insights. So this discussion is just not going to be about theoretical concepts. It's all about actionable information that can empower you to make informed decisions about your health.
For starters, I want to tell that weight loss and weight management both goes hand in hand. It's just that uh, these two aspects are not separated by each other. So achieving and maintaining a healthy weight is not just about appearance, it's about optimizing our health and quality of life. So there are many diseases which comes along with obesity, like it deteriorates cardiovascular health, it causes joint pain, it causes in general just lethargy. So all these things comes with weight gain. So we are here to shed some light into it. So what steps can we take to reduce weight and maintain that healthy weight for a sustainable future? So okay, let's just get started. For starters, I want to be clear that no matter what it is, so any kind of crash diets, any kind of fat diets, the thing is that these things work for a very short period of time, and after that period, the weight tends to come back. So what we call it is called as a yo-yo effect. You lose 4 kg, and after sometimes you gain 5 kg. You lose 5 kg, then after sometimes you gain 6 kgs. This is very common with all the fat diets and crash diets. So this creates a equilibrium in body where body develops resistance to losing weight, and body starts gaining weight very fast. And this is very common in these days, because this eventually is leading to obesity in this new generation. Okay, so and approaching for weight loss is a very holistic approach. We cannot just stop eating food and expect we will lose weight. We cannot just do some exercise and expect I will eat everything and lose weight. It doesn't work like that. So we have to have a holistic approach, be it losing weight, be it eating less good calorie food, be it exercising, be it having good night's sleep, be it avoiding stress. We have to take everything in hand and go ahead with it. How do we define weight loss? We define weight loss, it's an intentional reduction of body weight by making mindful changes in lifestyle, diet, and physical activity. As I said earlier, it's a holistic approach. It's a multifactorial endeavor, and it is not a short-term thing. This is something you carry forward for all your life. Okay. So we should always have sustainable approach. We should always acquire habits that we can follow for all our lives, not a habit which we can follow for only 2 days, then that we can we leave it. For example, if someone opts that in evening I'm going to start eating salad from now on to reduce weight, but can you see yourself doing that for 10-15 years straight, that you're going to eat salad every day in the evening for your coming 10-15 years? So it is always it should be we should approach in this manner that okay, so I'm going to acquire habits that I can follow for all my life, and that those habits should also be acquired in very small, gradual ways, baby steps. We cannot just we cannot take drastic changes in our life, because at the end of the day, with drastic changes come stress on your body and mind, and we eventually tend to go into that old groove. So that we have to keep in mind. Okay, Afrozi, let's go to next slide. Okay, so weight loss in general is a basic mathematical equation. It's all about how much calories you are using and how much calories you are eating. For example, a female requires 1800 calories per day. So if at the end of the day she is eating more calories, or she is eating more calories than she is burning in entire day. For example, if she is having a caloric intake of 2000 calories, and if she's burning 1850 calories, so those 150 calories extra will contribute to weight gain. Okay, and this is just an example. Figures changes from people to people. People who are gymming, people who are in athletics, people who are weightlifters, they have different caloric output and input. People who are in sedentary lifestyle have different caloric input. So those things could be discussed with your professional health. You can call our nutritionist, you can consult with doctors, and they can precisely tell you what is your caloric requirement for your age, weight, and height. Okay. And next thing I would like to talk about is metabolism and energy expenditure. So the basic metabolic rate is the rate at which your body burns calories. So when you must be remembering when you were very young, at that time you used to eat a lot of it, and you didn't gain any weight because your BMR, basic metabolic rate, at that time was high. It was much more efficient in burning calories. But as we grow older, the BMR tend to decrease, so we need to cope up with the subsequent decrease in the BMR also. And one thing, when you gain weight slowly and steadily, the BMR also starts to decrease slowly and steadily. So increase BMR, we have to come in a healthy weight zone. So one of the core thing when it comes to losing weight is a diet plan. And it should be a sustainable diet plan that you can stick to for all your life. That I will keep emphasizing this word, for all your life during the entire PPT, because that's what it is. You need to make changes that you're going to stick to. So, without a well planned, without an effective diet, it is very, very difficult to do a healthy weight loss and maintaining that weight loss. So, I will also tell you that there are many ways to do weight loss, but the most important way is in healthy weight loss, the weight loss in which your body is not affecting. There are many people who lose weight for short terms and all, and after some time they have problems like hair loss, muscle mass, fatigue, tiredness, hypoglycemia, hypotension. So we need to avoid all those things. And the main thing to do that is start with a proper step. So one of the first step is having an effective diet plan. So when I say effective diet plan, what is a effective diet plan? The effective diet plan is, in general, a diet which it gives you a balanced nutrition throughout the day. Everything should be accounted for. Every food you're having should have some merit to it. Okay. So whenever you're having a proper diet plan, so it comprises of carbohydrates, it comprises of proteins, it comprises of fats, vitamins, and minerals. You cannot exclude a type of food from your whole diet and expect it to work. For example, there is a diet which tells you not to eat carbs and put your body through ketosis, in which you're only consuming fat. So though your body is in starvation because you're not getting any carbohydrate and it is producing ketone bodies, and when you're in ketosis, you tend to lose weight. But at the end of the day, it is not healthy and it is not sustainable. When I say carbohydrates can be divided into many. For example, there are simple sugars, there are complex sugars, and there are processed sugar. So when I say simple sugar, the sugar which are directly, very plainly, are sugar, and when you eat, they are just going to get converted into energy and other forms. For example, a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, and then there are complex carbohydrates. When I say you're supposed to have carbs, I emphasize on having complex carbohydrate. This includes your rice, your wheat, your grains, your dal, everything, your lentils, all the things that you eat on everyday basis, potato, sweet potato, those all things have complex carbohydrate and ample amount of fiber in it. So that is a major bulk of your diet that provides you with satiety as well as energy. So you need to have your carbs. Without having healthy carbs, you cannot lose weight properly. Next comes your lean proteins. So proteins is very essential for muscle buildup. So when we come to the slide PPT of muscle gain, we tell you to have around 1.8 to 2.4 gram per kg protein. Okay, so it builds up your body. If there is any damage, wear and tear in your body, the protein helps in rebuilding that stuff. So there are many kind of proteins. For example, you can choose non-vegetarian protein like chicken, turkey, fish. For vegetarian people, we have tofu, beans, and low-fat dairy. And protein-rich foods help maintain muscle mass during the weight loss, because you, along with weight loss, you need to have your strength. Okay, the weight loss should not make you weak; it should make you strong. So, along with your carbs, proteins, next important stuff is healthy fat. So, when I say healthy fat, the fat which in your body is very essential. Fat is very important for very a few vitamins. Just for example, A, D, E, K. This vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K can only be stored in fats. So you need fat for a healthy, sustainable life. Your healthy fat includes olive oil, avocados, any nut, for example, groundnut, cashew nut, almonds, any fish, fatty fish, for example, salmon, mackerel. So these are good fats. Along with we have some local oils also. We can have peanut oil, we can have coconut oil, we can have uh, sarso oil, lots of oils. Okay, and along with healthy fats, we if you have a balanced diet, the vitamins which are essential for day-to-day basis will be provided in the same diet. So we have many vitamins. I have told you a few which are present in fat for A, D, E, K. There are few which are water washed, for example, vitamin C and vitamin B. So a good consumption of balanced diet provide you a ample amount of this vitamins and micronutrients, minerals, which are very essential for day-to-day activities. So we have minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium. These are all provided through healthy body. For example, calcium is very good for hair growth, bone growth, and all. Magnesium is essential for cell regeneration and cell function. Potassium is very important for heart, and we need to have this nutrients in proper way. And fat diets and extreme diets, which causes starvation and will not be able to provide this nutrients and vitamins in proper form. So here comes benefits of balanced diet. It provides sustained energy throughout the day, prevent energy crashes and overeating, supports healthy metabolism and helps regulate blood sugar levels, promotes better digestion due to high fiber content in whole food, reduces the risk of any chronic diseases by providing essential nutrients. For example, chronic diseases, for example, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and all. A balanced diet, and the takeaway from this should be the balanced diet differs from person to person. A person in south have a different diet than a person in north. A person in east has a different diet than person in north west. So we need to cater this the diet for each and every individual. Not two people will have the same diet. Not two people eat in same amount. So there are really we have to keep on tweaking it. We have to find the right balance in which it is good for the individual person. For that, you coordinate with your health coaches, health nutritionists, and all, and doctors, and they can guide you better in this. So one of the major aspect of diet is portion control. Sometimes what happens that almost 90% of time we tend to overeat. So whatever has been served on our plate, we tend to eat everything. So portion control is sometimes very difficult also, because assessing your satiety level during while you're having food is sometimes becomes very difficult. And sometimes people just doesn't want to waste food, so whatever they have taken in their plate they eat. So we have to avoid that. So start taking smaller meals at a time. Start taking smaller stuff in your plate. Start taking small plates. So in that way, you'll be able to portion control better. And always try to assess whether you are you're satiated or not, whether you're full or not. Do you require next chapati, or do you require one more spoon of rice and dal? Always keep on questioning while you're eating food. And obviously, it is very difficult and very tedious. But if you keep on doing it continuously for a few days, it becomes a habit. Other than diet, one major other aspect is your physical activity. Okay, so physical activity is as integral as diet when it comes to weight loss and weight management. There are many forms of physical activities. There is something with cardiovascular exercises. These are all, in a way, aerobic exercises in which you are working out, like you're having workouts like you brisk walk, you jog, you cycle, you swim, in which the heart rate gets elevated very fast, and this causes increased calorie expenditure. So to okay, and so to improve in general, to improve stamina and to aid in weight loss, we do this kind of exercises, cardiovascular exercises. In gym, people say that always before doing your weight training, do a 30 minutes cardio, because obviously it helps in your stamina building, so you can sustain your exercise for longer period of time. Next, we have strength training. In this, we have some we do with weight. Okay, so weight can be outside weight, like for example dumbbells and all, or you can use your own weights in exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, or using resistance band. So this exercises, the weights, the strength training in this format helps you gain lean mass. Lean muscle mass is very important, because this is the muscle mass which is actually usable to you, which actually provides you strength. Okay, and lean muscle mass, when you do strength training, the BMR of your body also rises. Every fiber of your muscle also gains up, like the BMR increases, so that you can burn more calories even at rest. Before any kind of exercises, we always tell you to do some stretches and flexibility and mobility exercises. What it does is, when you do a bit of warm up with before exercises, be it cardio, be it strength training, it prevents lots of joint pain, joint damage and all. Okay, so it provides a bit of mobility. The synovial fluids get activated, so it helps you in getting in the groove and exercise better. Okay, so the frequency and duration, I get that question a lot. For how much time should I exercise? So there are many books which says different letter. What I have realized with my experience, that 150 minutes of exercises a week, moderate intensity exercises, or a 70 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise per week is more than sufficient to sustain a healthy weight loss along with diet. Don't have to do extra. If you're doing a very vigorous intensity exercise, you have to do only 10 minutes per day. And if you're not doing it very vigorously, you have to do it 20 minutes per day, 22 minutes per day. For example, you're just jogging, so jog for 20 minutes. But if you're doing high intensity hit, we call it high intensity training, then you do it almost only for like 10 to 15 minutes. The hit includes, for example, give me 10 jumping jacks, then 10 burpees, then 10 mountain climbs. So this is a hit routine which you do for 10 minutes per day. Okay, and as you progress, you keep on increasing the time, so that, because body gets resistant to that pattern of exercise if you keep on doing for 10, 15, 20 days, and after some days, after some time, it will stop having any effect. So after some time, start challenging yourself, make exercise a bit more complicated, bit more strenuous for you, so that it has better effect on your body in long term.
I have a question here.
Yeah, please go
So,
ahead.
since we are speaking about exercise and stuff, so post COVID, we have been looking at a lot of cases where people are, getting heart attacks and basically passing out during exercise or any physical activity and stuff. Is there why is it so? Are they pushing too much then?
So the lockdown was for almost 2 years, correct? So people didn't exercise a lot in those period of time. Life was a bit on sedentary side. And second, people cooked less meals. They didn't go for 3 to 4 meals every day. So they tended to cook less meal. Some families even cooked only 1 meal per day or 2 meal per day. And after that, no exercise, and plus the stress induced by COVID has taken a toll on person. And so that always say, whenever you are exercising, so if you're day one at exercising, I will never tell you to go and do jogging, because jogging is at the end of the day high end exercise. So if it is your day one, just do a simple walk. day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Just do a simple walk. So after day 3, you can start doing a bit of fast walk. After that, you can start doing brisk walking. After that, you can start doing inclination walking. So the growth in exercise should be sustainable. So now come to your question. People have collapsed and all. So what happens that there is a limit to cardiovascular health. Your heart has a capacity. It cannot beat more than some amount. For example, if a heart beats more than 140 per minute, it collapses. It loses its rhythm because it is not contracting only. It's just contracting and relaxing so fast that it's unable to relax, so that blood is not able to come inside the heart, and it's not able to pump properly. So what we call it is a pump failure. So whenever the pump is failing, it's majority of time is that person has taken the load has pushed the exercise so that his body is not able to cope up with it. And it is not just common with after COVID. It was always there. People before COVID were also having the same problem. It's just that after COVID, these aspects have been highlighted a lot. Benefits of regular exercises: it burns calorie, it aids in weight loss and management, it increases the metabolic rate, it contributes to long-term calorie burn, it improves cardiovascular health, it reduces the risk of heart disease, enhances mood, reduces stress, and boosts mental clarity. Just like diet, it needs to be tailored to yourself. There is exercises are also supposed to be tailored to yourself. For example, few people who are around 40, 45 have knee problems. Few people have ankle issues. Few people have back issues. So I cannot say you a person with knee joint pain to do jumping jacks, to do squats. I will tell him, if you start walking in swimming pool, or if you want to do squats, do half squats. Same person with back issues, I would advise him to do more stretches so that your back becomes much more relaxed. So all exercise should be tailor made. There should always be a trainer for you that can tailor you, or you can just consult a physiotherapist for exercise that you can do with your body type, any issues if you have any, and find a proper thing which can help you. So now we have completed two aspects. First is diet, second is exercise, and third is, I think it's the most people have like confusion in, is the hydration. Okay, hydration means, to be precise, drinking fluid. Fluid could be anything. Could be water, could be coconut water, could be juice, anything. I would advise, side note, I would not advise you to drink fruit juice. If given a chance, have whole fruit. Never opt for juices. Hydration is essential for maintaining bodily function, from digestion to temperature regulation. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, confusion, even false hunger cues, impacting your dietary choices. So water and weight management is just that whenever you feel hungry, other than there is a meal time. So there's a morning meal time, there's an evening meal time, there's a night meal time. So whenever you feel hungry beyond your or before your meal time, first go ahead and drink a glass of water and wait. See whether it was whether hunger, or you're just thirsty and your body cued it as that you're having a hunger pang. Okay, there is one thing you should always do that will keep up your hydration level also good, and you'll not what we say, binge the food. Okay. Water is also very essential in maintaining metabolism, be it muscle breakdown, be it recovery, everything. For everything, we require water in ample amount. And if person is dehydrated, it causes lots of pain. For example, people have gone to gym, and after next day they have lactic acid accumulation in the body, which causes muscle aches and pains. And only one treatment which has been approved for it is drink plenty of water, because it washes down the lactic acid and helps in muscle recovery. So general guidelines recommend to around 8 glasses, about 2 liters of water per day, but individual needs vary. There are many people who drink 3 to 4 liters of water also. So there are many people who drink only 1.5 liter water per day. What I would suggest is listen to your body. Drink water whenever you are thirsty. Don't replace your water with any other beverage, be it soft drinks, be it fruit juices, be it anything. Never replace your water with any beverage, and drink water whenever you are feeling thirsty. The first sign of thirst you are having, you get up and have some water. Clear urine is not always the best indicator of hydration. Light yellow is preferable. So Many people have made that if the urine is not clear, then water you're having you are dehydrated and all, but it's not true. Light yellow pale color. The color is not because of water. The color is because of some component which is it's a metabolized form of bilirubin which is produced in liver actually. So light pale is a preferable color. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay, so there is something called as water toxicity. So when people drink lots of water, so there are people who drink, for example, 7 to 8 liters of water. It causes low sodium level in your body, and which actually messes up your body very bad. You start feeling fatigue, your heart is not beating properly, you have mental confusions and all. So overhydration is also not a good thing. So always drink water when you're feeling thirsty. The first sign of thirst you're having, go get up and have some water. There is no replacement for water. Okay. And water is actually the most readily available and easily available beverage in market, right? Okay, so you can have few alternatives. For example, you can have an ORS, you can have coconut water, but I would strongly advise again hydrating yourself with fruit juices and all, because they are at the end of the day, the major sugar of a fruit is fructose, and fructose directly gets metabolized into fat in body, and it has zero nutritional value. Minimum 2 liter you should keep in target, minimum 2 liter, but obviously always listen to your body. If you're thirsty, drink more. We have completed three aspects. Now, fourth aspect is sleep, and it is actually the most underestimated aspect. People tend to forgo sleep sometimes, and sleep is one thing which is very essential. So, sleep when you're not sleeping properly, one of the things when you're not sleeping properly, or in short when your body is not rested properly, it starts secreting hormones which are not good for you. For example, first thing first, so if you sleep for 8 to 10 hours per day, so that creates a deficit of food for that 10 hours. You're not eating for that 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours per day. Like, it's a straight deficit. You're not eating for that time. The rest, for the next 14 to 16 hours, you're eating. Second, there are if you lacking sleep, the hormonal status of your bodies go haywire. The hunger producing hormones starts to get secreted more. For example, we call it ghrelin. Okay. And second is the cortisol in body. Cortisol is a hormone which causes weight gain in general. Just relate cortisol causes weight gain. So whenever you're not sleeping properly, your body is not well rested enough, it causes cortisol secretion in your body, which in return causes weight gain and tiredness and fatigue, and which leads to less sleep. And it becomes a vicious cycle. You sleep less, you gain more weight, you sleep less, you gain more weight, and after sometimes you start developing hypertension. And as hypertension comes into play, you again stop sleeping less. So the simple solution is a well-rested body. Obviously, for some people, it is not possible to sleep 8 hours straight in night. So what you do, you start sleeping, sleep 6 hours in night or 5 hours in night, and complete your sleep 8 hours or your rest in morning. Have naps, have power naps, go for 30 minutes nap 4 times a day, and then sleep for 4 hours in the night. Obviously, you adjust it according to your body. I'm not telling you to you should do that. Ideally, you should do sleep for 7 to 9 hours every day. But what I'm telling you, if you're not able to sleep, maintain it somewhere. Sleep it out, because your body needs to be rested enough to be in healthy and optimal state for any function. So there are tips to improving sleep. First, create a sleep conductive environment. So a dark room or a slightly lighted room is good. Bedding should be comfortable. There should not be mess in your on your bed. The room should be ambient. You should not feel too hot or too cold. Okay, there is always you also maintain a bedtime routine. For example, I am always going to take a bath, warm water bath before sleeping. I am going to wear this kind of clothes. This is my nighttime clothes. So when you start doing all this thing, you're creating a cue for your body that okay, this is time to sleep. Then your body automatically starts producing hormones which helps you make sleep. For example, the hormone is melatonin. Okay, avoid screen time 2 hours before going to bed. Stop looking at phone. Okay, avoid heavy meals at night, which tend to cause bloating and gastritis. These are the few things that you can do to maintain your sleep schedule. In general, we call it sleep hygiene. Okay, in morning, try to avoid any long naps. Keep naps between 20 to 30 minutes, which will not interfere with your sleep cycles. As I said, the sleep hygiene, prioritize sleep as a crucial component of your weight management journey, because it's not more, it is as important as diet and exercise. Understanding the link between sleep and weight management. So we have highlighted the important aspect of the sleep. Okay, what sleep does, and how the hormones stabilizes your body, how it helps in overall health gain, and obviously it has effect on weight loss and weight management. So along with that, we should always have mindful eating. In this day and age, even sometimes I do it, like people tend to watch TVs, people tend to watch phone. Is like while eating food, they need some kind of entertainment. So what I would advise, whenever you are eating food, try to avoid this source of entertainments. Always look at your food, feel the food, be with the food, eat the food properly. Whenever you're eating food, chew properly, see that what you're putting into your body, appreciate the taste, appreciate the texture, appreciate the sight. So this all things, very simple, small things which helps you eat food. And in general, after you start doing the mindful eating, it will help you, it will give you that you are satiated now. So we come to that point, the portion control. So as you master mindful eating slowly and steadily, you will automatically start doing portion control. It reduces overeating. Mindful eating helps you recognize true hunger and fullness cues, enhances enjoyment, savoring each bite and eating slowly intensifies the pleasure of eating, improves digestion. Being present while eating aids digestion by preparing the body for food. There are few techniques that I would tell you that can be incorporated in your day-to-day life for proper mindful eating. So first is sensory awareness. Engage your senses by noticing colors, textures, smells, and flavors of your food. Second is chew thoroughly. Take your time to chew your food slowly and thoroughly, allowing better digestion. Mindful portioning. Serve yourself smaller portion and assess your hunger before going for seconds. Distraction-free eating. Avoid eating in front of screens or when rushed. Focus solely on the meal and pause and reflect. Mid-meal, put down your utensils, take a deep breath, and assess your satiety. There is a something called as emotional eating. So when you're feeling down, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling depressed, people tend to eat a lot. They tend to eat their emotions out. I mean to say that. So whenever you do mindful eating, whenever you are doing mindful eating, it differentiates between the emotional hunger and the physical hunger. And by acknowledging the emotion and finding non-food coping mechanism, you can prevent overeating. For example, there is an option for people develop some hobbies. For example, gardening, reading book, playing badminton, playing cricket. So these are the things where your body would be trained. So whenever you are having some emotional breakdown or anxious, you're depressed, you will cope up with that mechanism rather than eating food. Okay, because as you are depressed, you eat food, you gain weight, your body becomes more obese, bloated, it causes more depression. It becomes a vicious cycle which is not beneficial for the person or the people around them. So there is something, there's a concept called cultivating mindfulness beyond meals. So as slowly as possible, people you will increase the mindful eating concept in your day-to-day life. Later on, this mindfulness will spread to other part of your life. For example, while grocery shopping, you will try lift up things which were much more healthy in comparison for things which are much more bad. For example, rather than tomato ketchup, you will opt for, okay, I'll make tomato chutney today. And rather than using that oil, I will use this oil. Okay, rather than eating at home, I would go out and enjoy the day, something like that. So that is cultivating mindfulness beyond your meals. A lack of sleep causes bodily stress, mental stress, and that stress triggers the release of cortisol, which can lead to weight gain, particularly around the abdominal area. Emotional eating, often triggered by stress, can sabotage weight management efforts. Okay, so there are few stress reduction techniques. You can meditate, you can do deep breathing, you can do yoga, you can engage in some physical activity, you can engage in sports, you can engage in things that you like. For example, gardening, uh, crafting, anything that you like can be used as a mode of relaxation, which relaxes you. So one of the most important aspect of weight loss is you have to create a supportive environment around you. There are many people in your life. So when you're on the way of weight loss journey, especially when you're not comfortable with your own body, many people will judge you. Many people will be like, "अरे क्या खा रहा है? छोड़ दे. अरे तेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा, जाने दे." So these are all things which are going to be part of your. There are people around you who tend to take shot at you for being obese or being not able to gain weight, lose weight. So what I want you to do is whenever you are on the way of losing weight or whenever you're trying to implement some positive aspect in your body, in your life, so avoid this kind of people. This kind of people are the people who will actually definitely put you on the wrong path. So try to limit negative influences as much as possible. So next up would be the start of the journey. So at the start of the journey, I would want you guys to set up goals. The goals should be very realistic goals. The goals should be very like achievable goals, and the goals are supposed to be sustainable goals, which you can like carry forward for longer period of time. For example, if I want to lose weight, so I will not set a goal that I would lose 4 kg in coming 30 days, because that is unrealistic goal. And even if I do lose that weight in this 1 month, the yo-yo effect will the yo-yo effect will be there, and I will start gaining more weight in next 2-3 months. And as I do that, the body keeps on getting deteriorated. So add very sustainable goal that in coming 1 month, I am going to reduce 750 grams, 1 kg. Or when it comes to long-term goal, in coming 24 months, I am going to lose 15 kg, 20 kg. Always have goals which are easily available and strive towards those goals. If you are unable to follow it properly, if you cannot make your own plans, if you cannot stick to your own plans, always seek professional help. There is no shame in looking at professional help, because everyone does it. And we need to accept that sometimes it is beyond our control to be on the way. So there are many nutritionists, there are doctors, there are psychologists. Always talk to them, always be with them, explain them. Because at the end of the day, obesity is not a way of life. Obesity is classified as a disease. And like all the disease, like fever, cold, cough, we need to treat it. So in short, I will tell you few long-term effects of weight management. When you have lost weight, you're maintaining weight, a proper weight which is healthy for your life. So that is reduce risk of chronic diseases like diabetes mellitus, hypertension, joint health and mobility increases, enhanced energy levels, mental health and self-esteem increases, the quality of sleep increases, confidence and lifestyle enhancements, longevity and quality of life, everything increases. So as you embark on your weight management journey, remember that each step you take is an investment in your well-being. By approaching this journey holistically, you're not just transforming your body, you're nurturing your health, vitality, and future. Embrace the power of balanced nutrition, mindful habits, and professional guidance, and enjoy the rewards of a healthier and happier you. And along with healthier and happier you, people around you are also going to get inspired by your journey and embark on a good growth, good future. So, I'll tell you one thing very clearly: there is nothing called as targeted fat loss. You cannot lose fat from one aspect of your body. If you are going to lose fat, it's going to be a generalized fat. So fat tends to, wherever it is accumulated in many areas like belly, back, on your back, in your hand, on your neck, in your thighs. So obviously, if you exercise and keep on having a good diet, that fat, the abdominal fat will also come off, but there is no targeted fat loss. It is always a holistic approach. The fat is going to get reduced in your entire body at the same time.
Where your body stores the fat, where the body, first burns out the fat. All those things, also your genetic plays a major role. So instead of just concentrating on a spot reduction, let's look for a generalized fat loss, which should help you. Because if you're looking at a particular area of your waist, or say thighs, or say biceps, for a fat loss and all, what you can do is, when you do too much of exercises, you build up muscle over there, but fat loss happens overall body. So I think, so overall body exercises has to be inculcated, and it should be a slow process. So don't look like, within 3 weeks, wedding is coming, I'll get ready, I'll have 2 inches going low, I need to fit into my jeans or ghagras and everything. That becomes a little difficult. So I would say, talk to us, we are the professionals in this. Get in touch with us. We'll help you out with a proper diet plan, exercise regime, and also which can help you in a safe weight loss, safe fat loss, all those things.
A friend of mine, actually, I've seen, has been trying to sort of increase weight for quite some time now. And he has like taken protein powders and had, like 6, 7 eggs a day. Apparently, this was prescribed to him by his gym instructor. So, just want to understand how safe are these approaches?
Protein powder, I would say whey isolate, whey concentrate is a safer approach. Casein is also a safer approach. But other than that, other materials and all, I would advise to not to have it. Because casein, as we know, it's a milk protein. Whey is, we know, it's a protein derived from the paneer and all. The water which gets after paneer is made, so that water gets converted into whey. Actually, that's called whey. So these are almost like natural sources only, and so this protein is essential for this protein. Doesn't create lots of issues with body, obviously. When I say no, it doesn't create any issues with body, I'm saying in a specific quantity. You cannot have 4 scoops of protein every day just to culminate your 100 grams protein every day target, because that is not going to work. That is not healthy. So you need to have natural sources of protein. For example, if you're having chicken, egg and all, if you're non-vegetarian, if you're having tofu, beans, dal and all, paneer, soya and all, when you're having vegetarian protein. And weight loss, the way I said, now for losing weight, you need to go into calorie deficient, and to gain weight, you have to be in calorie surplus. So we need to know whether the person has any, for example, if person has any issues, for example, any thyroid issues or any worm infestation issues, if there are any issues which are hindering from body utilizing that nutrition, the diet, the calories he is having, at that time we will have to first treat those conditions, and then we will have to focus on weight gain. And if everything is fine, then this logic, this plain simple logic of being calorie surplus every day in long run will cause healthy and sustainable weight gain.
So exercise snacking is nothing but it's called micro workouts. So it is something like, in between the meal we snack, right? Like kuch kha liya in between, we need something to munch. The same way, we need to have this exercise snacking nowadays, because the kind of jobs we all are doing, you all are into various corporates and everything. And though we may exercise for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but the rest of 23 hours of your day might go into a very, very passive mode. Right? So where you'll be sitting for very long hours, front of your desk or desktops, you'll be working. So taking those every 2 hours, a small break of 5 to 10 minutes where you can increase your heart rate a little more. So that, it becomes, we call it as habit of rabbit. So you need to try to be little active. You have to keep moving. It is called movement snacks also. So try this tip, because, this helps in maintaining your sugars. It can keep you away from your pre-diabetes, diabetes. It can control your blood pressure also, because you're not doing very high intensity workout here. It helps you to focus much better, to go back and look back on your screen. It's a very good break. You will not you'll come out of that monotony. So try to take that 5-10 minutes of break every 2 hours. Climb stairs up and down, take a call, walk for 10 minutes or something, go for a washroom break, drink water, come back. So these small things will help you. So my request would be like, from today, try, if you can, inculcate like one more snack in your daily routine. That is your exercise routine, which can be good 4 to 5 times in a day if you can do. This will definitely, you will come back and tell me that, you will feel much more energetic and fresh and active. You will not get that pain and aches for sitting for very long and everything. I think the rest doctor has covered very, very fantastically from the carbs, proteins, what to include and everything. Otherwise, also we are available for one-on-one session where we can sit and understand what you eat based on your likes and dislikes, based on your beliefs, cultural beliefs and everything, your requirement, what are you looking for, what's your health goals. Based on that, we can help you design a diet plan which can go into a stepwise changes and everything, where we can upgrade. Like, we will not flip everything together, but we'll take you, like, do a hand holding with you and take you slowly so that you can achieve your health goals. Yes, so some exercises for snacking, that's what I said, Runchul. My favorite one is to take every 2 hours, get up and take 10 minutes walk or something, or I try to do some 15-20 jumping jacks, or otherwise you can just climb stairs up and down. If it is 2 floors or 3 floors, if you can just go and come, that's a very good break which you can do. If you don't get more than that, also even taking your planned toilet breaks and going, standing, drinking water, looking outside of the window, all those things will make a huge difference into your if work from home culture and those things and everything. How much water do we need to take? General statement is 8 glasses and everything.
I have 2 questions basically regarding exercise. The first question is, at what time one should prefer any kind of cardio exercise or strength training? And the second question is, how many hours before any meal can we take this kind of exercise?
You can do exercise at any point of your time. There is no issue with the exercise, because exercise, but obviously it should be, for example, if a sleep time is 8, there should be at least a gap of 4 to 6 hours between your exercise and sleep time. You can exercise and you can have your post-workout meal immediately after 30 minutes of exercise. Don't have a heavy meal before exercise, because you'll end up having stomach and then you'll vomit everything out. If you're having heavy food, give some time for it to digest, then you go. Then at that time, I'll say, okay, 4 hours is okay. But if you're just having a banana, so I will say have a banana, go wait for 10 minutes and start exercising. So it all depends. For example, you're having a protein shake, I will say have it 15 minutes before you exercise and start exercising. So it's all about the food you eat and the quantity you eat. For example, even if you're having lunch, if you're having just 1 chapati and bhaji, then I'll tell you, okay, have a chapati bhaji and start exercising after 30 to 45 minutes. No issues with it. So depending on the quantity and the type of the food, the duration changes. It is not a set duration that you're going to do. It's all about the time your body needs to digest the stuff. You're doing cardio, to do it in the morning, because after cardio, body secretes lots of hormones which helps you in maintaining energy for a longer period of time. Okay. And strength training causes body fatigue and tiredness. I would advise you to do strength training in the evening if possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the session.